Welcome to Grand Central, a train house that my old man started building about 20 years ago. His spot. Let's go and have a look. Okay, so what we've got is there's three of these old Hitachi carriages. I think they're around the 1980s. They ran down in Victoria. Yeah, picked them up when they were getting decommissioned. Got them delivered here. Some foundations put down and put three of them in. So the carriage we're looking at now, that's kitchen, living and dining. Keep walking. A couple of olive trees there. This is the end of what we call the third carriage. There's one bedroom in that carriage. The back half of that, or the second half of that carriage, hasn't been developed as yet. Another bit of an angle from here. So you can see there's a roof over the whole three carriages. Veranda's essentially right round. Bit of a cool look there. This is the backyard and back veranda. Yeah, that's the third carriage. That section there is getting used as a bit of a storeroom at the moment. Yeah, in through those doors that you're looking at next to the air conditioners, there's a bedroom. Straight behind that hot water system and air cons is a bathroom. This door here gets you in between all the carriages inside, which we'll go and have a look at in a minute. Another bathroom here. Another bedroom here through these doors, which you can also access from inside. A bit of a storeroom here. A bedroom. And another bathroom. It's got a little storeroom there. Use that as a bit of a walk-in robe. And this is the front carriage again. Kitchen, dining, lounge. Right. He's done a pretty neat job. Well appointed kitchen, a dishwasher, sink obviously, oven, cooktop, fridge. Out through this door, you can get into one of those bedrooms, or there's a big hallway out there. I'll take you out there in a minute and show you. Yeah, dining area. Come down through, and a bit of a lounge room, TV. Chill out here. It's pretty cold here today. Isn't? Yeah, I don't know, probably about 6 or 7 degrees outside at the moment. Reasonably cosy in here with a couple of little electric heaters going, but the plan is to put a slow combustion fireplace there somewhere. Okay, we're back in the kitchen. If you come from the kitchen, swing around through these doors. All the doors are manual. Grand plan is to build a butler's pantry there. New ceilings all through here. So the corrugated iron, and it's quite drafty and gappy in here. Gets a fair bit of dust. Yeah, kind of a fair bit of unfinished stuff. I don't know whether you noticed the floor, but yeah, cypress pine floor, but we've got a raised section here. As he was getting older, I was removing a few trip hazards, so there's a bathroom in through there that we made so that he could get to that. All right, so on the left here is a bedroom, typical of all the bedrooms. Still using the old train lights. Yeah, bedrooms are obviously fairly simple. Reverse cycle air conditioning in each of the bedrooms. This is one of the bathrooms. This was the first bathroom that he built. vanity, storage area, shower, toilet, all the stuff you need. Okay, so we're in the void between all the carriages, so you can see all three carriages here. Just on the left, that's got 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms in it. That's what we call the third carriage. That's got 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom. And then this is the front carriage that we've spoken about a bit. It's got the kitchen dining that you can see through the window there, and living space, lounge room in through there. The halls are nice and wide. Yeah, we've got a big glass. What? Very good videographer, am I? Glass area looking out the back. We'll go out through that door in a minute. Yeah, if we come back around here, let's go and have a look at this. Third bedroom and accessible bathroom. So this was the latest addition. I've built this one over the last couple of years, just to give them a bit easier access to bathroom. You can see some grab rails made there. These guys are actually the grab rails out of the trains. All the tower rails are the same, used as grab rails. Accessible bathroom, yeah, ramped up into it so you could get up without tripping. And a cool little feature, he loved this. I did this as a bit of a surprise for him, but that was one of the original train seats that I cut down and fiberglass back together and cushioned for him, so he had somewhere to sit and dry himself. So that's the accessible bathroom. Probably should have taken all these drop sheets off before I videoed this, but anyway. And third bedroom. Yeah. Just some drawers. Queen bed. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we opted to go with cavity sliders instead of the swinging doors like what he originally put in the first part of the build. Just save a little bit of space and don't swing into these voids. It seems to work quite well. Still some stuff to finish off with all these. And then from each bedroom, you can get out into the backyard quite easily and onto the back veranda. This would have been, yeah, control centre of the train itself. So the other end, a similar carriage, or the sister carriage to this at the other end of the house, is a laundry. He's left all these walls in as part of the laundry, or most of them. I think when I get around to doing this one, I'll strip most of this out and make the space a little bit bigger, a little bit more usable. I'll show you the laundry and you'll see what I mean. So back veranda, nearly 50 metres long. Big joke that you need a cut lunch to get from one end to the other. Not far from the truth. Yeah, so access into the bedrooms and bathrooms. You can get in and out through these doors and go into the rest of the train. A bit of a sitting space. Ultimately, there'll be a fireplace there in that cavity. And then around here we'll put some lounges. Nice sitting area. Get a nice view of the backyard, so it'll be a great spot to sit in the winter. As the sun sets, the sun comes right in under the veranda, so it's quite beautiful here when you get nice weather in the winter. Yep, you can get into another bedroom there. And I'll show you the laundry. There's some washing going on at the moment, so she's a bit cramped, but as you can see, all this stuff, when he did the laundry, or started at least, a lot of it stayed in. So yeah, I'd propose, and he had plans of putting another shower in here. We've already got 3 showers. I don't think we need an outdoor one. So yeah, I don't know that I'll ever fully redo this space, but when I do the other end, I'll open that up a bit more. Do have plans to extend the laundry by building a wall through here and back along this edge here, and make it a bit of a utilities room, so store room for mops and cleaning stuff and whatever else, and ultimately an access down through there that'll get into a bit more of a shed space. And all right, just on the back veranda, this is third carriage, been used for a storeroom for, well, ever since it's been here. Got to get in and sort all this stuff out. There'll be some interesting finds in here, no doubt. Bits of everything, tools, hardware, some of the stuff I'm guilty of bringing down here as well. Yeah, some building stuff. All the wiring's done for a bedroom, so there'll be walls. Well, the original design was some walls through, and hides all that loose wiring that you see there. All right, we're back out the front carriage, kitchen, dining, living. This is another bedroom here of the second carriage. Laundry through that little door on the left. You come in here. On the left here is a bathroom. This is the only bath in the place. Yep. Fairly compact, but yeah, it does the job. Back around, straight opposite our bedroom. This one's good. Gets nice morning sun. Yeah. Okay, I'm back on the back veranda. Let's go for a little wander down the backyard. Have a bit of a look. He was good at recycling, so that was part of the front of the train, but you can see the rust getting under, and it's actually lifted that step up. And it's quite dangerous there now, so I'm going to have to do something relatively soon here, but I think I might build a little timber deck, some stairs, and maybe even an accessible ramp, so that if anyone does visit that has mobility issues, yeah, a bit of a ramp up here, you can get up onto the back veranda, and yeah, there's only minor changes in elevation up there, which most people would be able to navigate. All right, into one of the sheds. Turn the light on. Yeah, my store of timber that I'll use while I'm doing some stuff down here and extending sheds and closing sheds in. I tidied this place up and cleaned it out last time I was down here. Got rid of all the spider webs, about 20 years worth of spider webs. Stuff from that third carriage. I'm hoping this weekend to start bringing it into here, and I don't know whether I'll get to sorting it, but yeah. Got an old Massey Ferguson tractor, a TEA, I think I've got those letters in the right order, TEA 20, 1956 model. It's a runner, but I just noticed it's got a bit of an oil leak there, so I'll have to have a look what's going on with that. I don't use that one that much often. Well, I don't use that one often. Yeah, mowers, yeah, heap of stuff. I'll do a whole video or a series of videos on sorting through stuff, because there's some, I don't know, there'll be stuff in here I don't know what it even is. I might have to reach out to social media and online and see if people can help answer when I get to doing that type of stuff. Okay, in the backyard again. Just heading a bit further out. This is the tractor I tend to use the most when I'm down here, mainly due to the fact that it's got a loader, front end loader on it, so for picking stuff up and cleaning stuff up. It's not a bad shot of the back of the trains. Not a bad shot there, look at that. Quite artistic. And you can probably see over, might have gone a bit too big, like that. All that stuff over there was spread all around the backyard, out through here. So we've sorted that out and most of it's going to scrap. Swing back down, yeah. It's our fire pit. It's well used. The battery might be going. And he's been here for 20 odd years and collected a lot of stuff. So again, I'll be sorting through all this, sorting out what's useful, what's not, where I can use it, if I'll use it, and then probably getting rid of a fair bit of stuff too. And while I like having stuff around to that might come in handy, and you know, on a property you're always looking for bits and pieces. There is so much stuff out here that will never get used. Got a plan to do a bit of a space in here, a bit of a homage to old tools and my old man. Set it up like an antique workshop, put a heap of old tools in there and I guess interesting items. Have a bit of a bar, barbecue area, and somewhere just to chill out, fireplace. All right, the sheds, wow. So my old man liked collecting stuff, things that'd be handy. Had plans for most of it, but then age got in the way. He lived down here since he was probably around 60, early 60s to mid 60s, and lived until he was 88. Obviously at 88 he wasn't doing too much, but he was determined to stay here. You can see, collected bits and pieces over the years and had some sort of filing system. Old Briggs and Stratton motor over the back there by the looks of it. Some feed troughs that he's used for storing stuff. Roller doors. Anyone need a roller door? There seems to be a few here. Got some slats out of what looks like a woolshed ramp. You can smell them. They've got a lot of lanolin on them. So there's a heap there, and I don't know whether you can see up there in the rack, same thing. So I'll do something cool with them down the track, I think. I've probably got the same disease as him. I'll get around to it. God knows how many vices there are. You can see a couple in there. There's an old, like a blacksmith type vice there in the centre of screen. If I can find it. What else is there? Wheels. Bits of metal off the back of the seats, off the trains. They're all stainless steel tube grab rails. He fancied himself as a bit of a tiler. He was a bit of a handyman, butcher by trade, train driver for a good part of his career, but he's collected tiles. I don't know. There's probably some in there that I'll be able to use over the time. Seems to be a lot of jacks. Mowers. There's an old ride-on. Obviously died or stopped working at least. Another one there. I think that one still runs, but what's the base of it called? Anyway, that bit's broken. The bit that actually does the mowing. Yeah, God, I have to get in and sort out all that stuff. Part of a cool room. We bought a few cool rooms over the years. God, there's a bloody wheelchair up there. He was never in a wheelchair. There's something cool. An old antique handy billy by the looks of it. I love that sort of stuff. So that's the type of stuff I'll be looking for to set up a bit of an old antique looking workshop. Cool room. And that's the front of the train from inside.